Okay, welcome to a new anime review series. This time I'm reviewing the series Case Closed. Yep, the anime started back in 1996, and it's still going on to this very day. Currently on its 27th season and has aired 927 episodes. That is a lot. One of the reasons why it is up that high because a good chunk of these episodes are in fact filler. Yep, filler. Yes. Though for this particular review, I'm only reviewing for the show. There are in fact good. Yep. The character Rikudo, who was turned into a child back in the pilot episode, and takes on the alias of Conan Iwagawa. The name's taken from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes, and a writer I've never heard of before. You have his childhood sweetheart, Rachel Moore, who was voiced awesomely in the dub by one of my favorite dub actors, Colleen Clickenbeard. And she's joined, and of course, her father in the show, Richard Moore. Before I continue, I should point out, though, these are the English names of these characters, because the original Japanese names, I cannot pronounce these names at all. Sorry. Father, Richard Moore, a private investigator who is a bumbling buffoon. He's kind of like the show's version of a combination of like Columbo and Dr. Watson. Yeah, and a little bit of Inspector Lestrade from the original Sherlock Holmes stories. Rachel, despite the fact of being Jimmy Kudo's love interest, she is also the captain of the judo karate team. Yep. And in the case of Conan, he's voiced by two different actors. You have Jerry Jadwell, who does, well, Jimmy Kudo himself. He's also noteworthy for voicing Barry the Chopper from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yep. And as for the female, yeah, the kid Conan, he's voiced by a woman. Yep, a woman who has done a couple different series besides this one. She has all been, believe it or not, she was in Fairy Tail. She voiced the Sky God Destroyer, the Sky God Slayer, Sheila, who is the cousin of another character who redhead show. No, it's not Urza, and also voicing the character Gaspard Vasper from the series High School DxD. Let's see, what is this woman's name? Yep, the guy who voices Richard Moore, is the same guy who voices Makarov. Mm-hmm. Yep, R. Bruce Elliott. That's the guy who voices him. There are other characters to the show. You have Serena, who is Rachel's best friend, who's appeared in a good chunk of the series. Mm-hmm. The actress who plays Jimmy Kudo is Alison Vakaran. That's the one who plays her in the dub. You have three other characters. You have Amy, who is voiced by Monica Rail. Yeah, it's the same actress who voices Bulma from Dragon Ball Z. Yep, the same actress. We have Mitch, the character Mitch, voiced by Chania Cruz, and George Kuma. George Kamaja, I think it's pronounced the guy's name. Yeah, he's the big bulky guy of the group, and he's the muscle of the Junior Detective League. In the first 4 seasons of the show, I'm on the first season right now, he's voiced by Damien Clark, and then pretty much for the 5th season taken by Mike McFarlane. Mm-hmm. Also, other characters in the show, you have Dr. Ash, who's an old professor who's an old friend of Jimmy Kudo's. He is voiced by Brian Flynn. Then there's also Joseph McGuire, who's also in a good chunk of episodes. He's voiced in the English dub by Mike Stoddard. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, Serena, I'm trying to look up who actually voices her in the series. Oh, this character, Eva. I'll get to her. She's actually here in season 2. I'm trying to find her. Where is Serena? And there's also a pop idol star named Yanako. She's voiced by, well, originally, let's see. Oh yeah, it's same one, Elsa Bugman. Yep. Now in this show, also the people who turn Jimmy Kudo into Conan is two guys whose code names are alcohol, gin and vodka. Apparently, the organization that, and by the way, the organization these guys are part of is known as the Black Syndicate. Yeah, they don't explore them in the show. They were only appear in the first season, only 2 episodes. They appear in the pilot and another one-off episode. Yep. When it aired in Japan, this season was exactly 28 episodes long, but they decided to split episode 11, which was an hour-long special, into 2 episodes, thus bringing the episode count to 29, which is not really a big problem. Nope. And there's a few 2-parters in the series. Let's see. Yeah, the first one is the Midnight Santa Murder. Yeah, this one involves a crazy piano. That's the first 2-parter. The next one is on to episode 23 and 24. Well, in the sub, it's 22 and 23. This one is the cruise ship serial murder case. In the manga, this is referred to as the luxury liner arc. There is at least 2 more. There's actually 1 more, and that's Richard's class reunion. That's the last 2-part of the whole entire season. And a lot of these murder. Now, there's also before we talk about the regular episodes themselves, let's talk about some filler episodes. There's at least about 9 episodes. There's episode 6, 14, 17, 9, 21, and 24, 26. How do I know these are filler? I looked them up. That's how I know. I made a notes list of how many filler episodes, and there's a good lot of them. And also, Jimmy has these special gadgets, and they introduce them slowly over the course of the series. The first one introduced in the series is the voice modulator bow tie. That's the first one introduced. They also introduced a few others. There is also the special tranquilizer watch, which he pulls up like this and just fires a 1 tranquilizer dart at whoever his target is. I'll get to that in a minute. There's also the super strength shoes, which allows him to run really fast, kick something really hard, or cause him really to jump. There's also special glasses, which he gets 2 versions of this season. The first version, they made the scientist who kind of acts like a show's version of Q. The first model he made is that he made like a little antenna in it, and the temples can detach to become bugs. The Mark II, which is this is actually a really good one. This is the tracker one, with the tracker itself when it's not being used, it's on Conan's button on his suit coat. And one of his lenses can turn into a tracking a device that can track the tracker, which does become useful. He only uses it once the entire season. Oh, and here's something. Do you want to use the tranquilizer dart for? He uses to knock out characters. Yep, he knocks out characters. Mostly, it's Richard Moore he knocks out. And because he's a child, no one can believe a child, no one listens to a child anyways. So he knocks Richard Moore out and puts him in strange positions. Usually, sometimes it's him facing away from people or sitting in a chair a particular way. Also, how in the world can they understand what the heck? How do they know the guy's talking even though they're looking at him, his eyes are closed, and his lips are not moving? This is something that happens pretty much as almost every single episode of the entire first season, except for some filler episodes. Yeah. And Conan always puts him in just awkward, usually just like slouched down a chair, or at least near a table, he just does this. He puts his hand like this so it looks like he's talking. Yeah. He did it once to Rachel's best friend Serena at a wedding. Yep, a wedding. Which at the wedding the bride had been poisoned, and This is also introduced the Inspector Moore's boss, the superintendent, who was the father of the bride. And man, this guy is huge. He's bigger than Inspector Moore, or even he's bigger than Inspector McGuire, or even Richard Moore. That guy looks like he's about 6'5",